Have you ever wondered how holiday traditions get started? Think about it. Every dish, every ritual we practice every year, year after year, someone decided to create something meaningful. What if you could be the one to inspire a new tradition with your family? One that transforms your family's health and well-being for generations to come. This holiday season, let's explore how we can keep the joy, the happiness, and togetherness that the season brings while introducing healthier, more vibrant traditions that will uplift everyone at the table and possibly create the longevity we all dream of. Stay with me. In this video, I will share 10 ways to create new holiday traditions. Tip number 1, announce your new holiday tradition idea to your family. Share your vision and emphasize your excitement for a healthier, happier family experience. Invite feedback and collaboration, making everyone feel valued and included. But be clear that the goal is to enhance the celebration and not take away from existing traditions. In 2002, I started a new tradition with my family, and I had been saying for years that I wanted to celebrate Kwanzaa. So in 2002, I announced that we would be celebrating Kwanzaa together as a family. Now, this was going to be an all brand new tradition because this was a holiday that we had never celebrated before. So what I did was I made the announcement. I bought all of the things to decorate the house and invited the family over and told them that it was going to be a potluck. Told them to bring healthy foods. And then one of the things that I did was I included the family to talk about the different principles of Kwanzaa so that everyone could feel included. And everybody brought food, so it was a potluck, like I was saying, and everybody enjoyed it. So the first year I had just my family, and my brother invited a couple of his friends, so it ended up being 25 people. The next year it got bigger and bigger and bigger, but I always used the family, collaborated with them, got their feedback, what worked one year, what didn't work, how can we add to it, and it got bigger and bigger. And then after 20 years, I finally said that I didn't have the energy personally to continue it, so I stopped. But we finished really, really big. 20 years straight, every year on the 1st of January, we had a Kwanzaa celebration with my family. So that was a tradition that I introduced and my family embraced, and we celebrated and continued that for 20 years. Step number 2, discuss the cultural importance of health. I'm really passionate about this. Discuss how certain foods and practices can honor cultural roots while promoting well-being. Share stories of ancestors or cultural role models who valued health and longevity, and how mindful choices actually honor your heritage. Tip number 3, highlight changing the family's health story. Inspire hope by talking about family history and the power of breaking cycles of illness together. One of the things that inspired me when I started my fitness and wellness company was learning about the fact that diseases in the African American community are preventable. I didn't realize that type 2 diabetes in particular was not hereditary. That particular disease was as a result of rituals and traditions that we have with the foods that we eat. So this particular step is really important to me because I have family members that have passed on due to health issues related to diabetes, health, heart health, and things of that nature that are actually preventable. Share statistics on preventable diseases and how they impact your family and our community. Offer hope and empowerment by highlighting how small changes can lead to significant health benefits. Some of those small changes are things that I talked about in my last video, talking about cutting out all the white flour, breads, pastas, and processed foods, cutting out sugar, and also drinking healthier drinks. The statistics are that 25%, you have a 25% chance of getting diabetes, type 2 diabetes, if you drink at least one sugary drink a day. Tip number 4, make traditional dishes healthier. I'm not saying that we don't need to eat the things that we normally eat, but use ingredients, swap and create creative dishes with different seasonings. Examples of swapping sugar for natural sweeteners, baking versus frying, and using healthier oils. Demonstrate how adding spices and herbs can add extra flavor without adding extra calories. Encourage taste testing sessions before the holiday dinner to get everyone excited about the new versions. Whether you have it for dinner sometime before the actual holiday so your family could taste it and they could give you feedback on it, and then you could change it up so you could perfect it by the time the whole family gets together. Tip number 5, share and exchange healthy recipes. Encourage everyone to try and bring a new dish. So whoever is good at making greens, maybe they won't put meat in the greens or beans or whatever it is. Encourage people to try new ingredients, making some of the same dishes. Another thing that I would encourage you to do is go on Pinterest. You can look up any food or dish that you normally make, and they can show you. There are recipes on there that give examples of a healthier way to make those dishes. I love creating new traditions with my family, and back in 2018, I decided, now I eat plant-based and have been since 2013. I was a pescatarian for 24 years before that. But I've never wanted to push veganism, not really vegan, but plant-based, push it on other people. I think that people should, come around to how they want to eat and really focus and make their health a priority on their own. I will talk about my journey, but I don't push it on anyone. But in 2018, one of the traditions that I started with my family is every first Sunday of the month, I had a vegan potluck. So everybody would bring a dish, and I asked everyone to write their recipe for their dish on a postcard or a 3x5 index card so that we could share with everyone. And what I ended up doing was I typed them all out, and then I created a vegan cookbook based on the different dishes that people brought. So you could, like I said, go on Pinterest and get ideas for the actual dishes that you normally cook and get ingredients to make them in a healthier way. Now, you could do something similar. You can create a family recipe book or a digital folder that everyone has access to or can contribute to, like a Google Doc or something in Canva. Organize a friendly cooking challenge where people can vote on their favorite healthy dishes. That would be exciting. Whatever you do, make the experience fun by sharing recipes, stories, and photos of your culinary creations. So everybody likes to show themselves cooking and everything, so people could take pictures of their ingredients before they started cooking, or even do like I went to the grocery store and here are the things that I bought for my meal. Show yourself doing a video cooking that dish and sharing it with the family. Tip number 6, add more veggies and reduce the meat. Yes, I'm saying it, reduce the meat. I suggest colorful, healthy, hearty, plant-based options. You can use plant-based meats, you can use mushrooms or beans, and like I keep saying, you could go on Pinterest and find meat substitutions like vegetables, things that take on that meat texture. And it's the seasoning that makes the food anyway, because even if you cook real chicken or real beef, you wouldn't eat it raw. It's the seasoning that makes it so good. So find a plant-based option, season it up, and let it taste like meat. And aside from cutting back on meat, suggest colorful and creative veggie dishes that are just as satisfying and traditional as meat options. One of the things that I did last year for Thanksgiving is I did sauteed vegetables. I had asparagus, zucchini, Brussels sprouts, red, yellow, green, orange, bell peppers, mushrooms, and maybe fire roasted tomatoes. But I used grapeseed oil, and then I seasoned the grapeseed oil, and then I brushed that oil on the vegetables, and I baked it for like 20 to 25 minutes. When I say everybody loved that dish, they told me that was my dish that I needed to make every holiday. Those sauteed vegetables, popped them in the oven 20-25 minutes, bomb. So yes. Also share facts about how plant-based meals can positively impact health and the environment. And yes, less greenhouse emissions and all of that, but you really want to focus on how it affects your family's health and the tradition of changing the tradition of disease within the family. Tip number 7, create edible table centerpieces. So I know we're all familiar with edible arrangements. Use vibrant fruits and vegetables and herbs and eye-catching edible displays. And you can have the kids help out with that type of thing, but encourage guests to snack on those centerpieces as part of the meal or before they eat the formal meal. Make it a family activity to design and set up those centerpieces together, or you could assign different families to do different centerpieces. Tip number 8, start a gratitude practice before eating. I know some families already do this, but if you haven't, or if you don't, just go around and have after the prayer or before the prayer, if you pray, have everyone share one thing that they're grateful for this year. It emphasizes the positive energy that gratefulness creates when you're in a grateful mindset. It creates positive energy. So you want that, and then do your prayer and eat. Encourage storytelling about family moments that brought joy and unity. Now this is going to be a big one, but really important step or tip number 9, go for a post-meal family walk. Now I know you might get a lot of pushback with this one, but if you're not eating that meat, especially that turkey that's usually, what's it called? Tryptophan, the ingredient, that hormone that makes you real lethargic after you eat it. If you're not eating that, then you'll actually have a lot more energy and feel more full. And so you want to go for a family walk and make it fun. Take pictures and talk about the meal and talk about the new tradition and the things that are working and the things that you enjoyed that was different this year. Just really use that time during that walk to bond and reflect and express gratitude for the day. Tip number 10, plan the next gathering mindfully. So you want to reflect on what worked and set new health goals. Hold a brief family meeting after the walk or before the next get together, or create a group chat to get everyone's thoughts and ideas, and create a list of healthy traditions to keep, ones that you want to throw out or new ones that people want to try, and celebrate the small wins from that particular holiday gathering, and set health focused goals for the next gathering. So we have Thanksgiving coming up, so think about what you want to do for Christmas or the winter holiday and New Year's. Well, I certainly hope that you found those tips helpful, and I'm really excited to hear if you try any of them. So tell me in the comments below which one of those tips you plan on trying with your family this year. And also tell me, what are some family traditions that you love and you look forward to with your family during the holidays? So that's all for me this week. Until next time, this is Coach Flo signing off. Be healthy, be fit, be well. Peace.